Hey, what's up, everyone? Yeah, it's been a while since I made a video, but since we've been getting some, movement on Bitcoin and Ethereum and other altcoins, figured it's a good time to do kind of a little rundown of some levels I'm looking at. So let's start on Bitcoin on the higher time frame. So originally on Bitcoin, when we got a bounce from this area right over here, I was expecting, a bounce up, maybe to this area over here around like that 90 area to around 92 area. And then, what I was saying was that if we're coming up here and we're showing some divergences on market cipher, it would be pretty likely that we can come back down here and maybe get a bounce from this 72,000 zone. But we really just got to wait to see what price does when it comes up there before we can see if that's still a possibility. Because if we do come to this, the zone over here, and we break past it, maybe come back down, and then go higher. The next area we need to be quite cautious of is this 70 or this 95 zone as well, because until we really could get past that and hold that as support, we're still kind of technically in like a bearish structure short term. But I am overall bullish on Bitcoin. It just depends on, where we are coming down to take a retracement to, and then where we're going to actually be bouncing from. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for those from those more macro levels, and then kind of more in the more immediate time frames. So I'm looking to take a trade on Bitcoin from this area right over here. This 85 area. So, that would be nice because we would come down here, kind of wreck all these longs over here, and then we have a nice VWAP right over here. That's also the golden pocket of our standard fit pull, as well as this blue line from the resistance fan. So we're having three different forms of confluence in that area. And then, you can also see that there's an order block in this area right over here. So, this whole zone, when we do come down to this like 95 area, if we can flip that as support, and we're showing some divergences on the lower time frames, maybe from like the hourly, 30 minutes, 15, 12, 6. If we're showing like some divergences on these different time frames, that's definitely it's definitely going to be a good area to take a trade from. And if we do, kind of just break through that, and then we come back up, and then start finding that as resistance, we can definitely come back down here to this $80,000 area, which is then another area I'd be looking to get into a trade from. Yeah, and then where we kind of bounced off of, where we couldn't break past on Bitcoin, is this fan line right over here. So there's that one, and then also you could also see that that was a value area low of this from this area up here to down here. So we couldn't break back into this range. So there was a few different forms of resistance we were seeing from that area, plus all these like clusters of different anchored VWAPs. So it is definitely a hard area to break past. So the fact that we got rejected from there is not too surprising, but I don't think this move is over, just because on Bitcoin we did get a really nice divergence on the higher time frames. You can see right over here we had a low and then a higher high, but on the price on the chart we had a low and then a lower low. So that bounce is really nice. The only concerning thing is, we are starting to clip a little bit on this larger momentum wave. So, hopefully we start getting a move higher up so we could break back into this fair value range so that we can come back up to these higher targets. And also one thing as well is, this is also a point of control, this 95 area. There's also a point of control. So we have like several different things. So that is going to be a quite hard area to, break through on Bitcoin. So that's what I'm looking at on there. And then on Ethereum, let's start on these higher time frames. Let's turn this off real quick. Yeah, so on Ethereum, kind of a similar thing. We came up this $2,100 zone. That's um, a hard area to get past. There's several different things, in that specific area that is, preventing price from going higher, as well as this trend line from, up here all the way down. So to break this structure, that would really have me believe we're starting to, really turn bullish in the more short term. But we did get a rejection off of that level right over there. I'm looking to take a trade from this area over here, ideally, off of this line right over here, kind of intercepting with this value area high from a more macro volume profile. So if we could come down here and then kind of just bounce from these areas right over here, showing some divergences on market cipher, I'd be taking a trade on Ethereum from that level. And then if we continue breaking past that, I would keep an eye over here as well. But really, the next trade idea I'd be looking for would be past back at this $1,900 zone, and then come back up and hopefully be able to break past this trend line. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking at for that. And then the altcoins, they've been performing really well. These trades right over here. These are some new positions I just got into, just on low leverage positions that I'm planning to keep open for maybe a month or two. So yeah, so that's just kind of what I'm in currently. For both Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'm still just waiting to enter into a trade. I almost got into a trade on Ethereum when we came down to this VWAP right over here, but it just wasn't showing divergences on the different time frames. It was a small little bounce, but it's still an almost 1%. But as you can see, we are starting to dump back down. So I'm really just more waiting for this area to get tapped, and then I want to see divergences. So yes, so that's kind of everything on that. Hope everyone is doing well, and if you guys have any questions or anything on what we went over, feel free to leave me a question in the comments and I'll get back to you. Have a good day.